Happy Valentine's Day. Let me see if I have lipstick on my teeth. No, I'm good. The day I'm filming this is the day you are seeing it. And I just want to welcome you all back to the life of miserable, pathetic, lying-ass Kristen. I mean, I am whatever you say I am in the words of Eminem. So, I had somebody on Twitter ask me before I went to Tokyo, would I ever be doing another mental health update? And I was like, oh, well, if somebody wants to see it, others may want to see it. If you don't want to see it, then don't watch. It's very simple. So yes, like I said, today is Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to all who celebrate. If you don't and you hate love, I don't know what to tell you. So we are here with a long overdue mental health update. Now, if you want to know about a lifestyle update and life update, things going on with me, my husband, and my kids, you got to go over to Patreon for that, because that is where I do those updates. I'm sorry, but I keep looking at my makeup because I look fucking gorgeous. All right, so let's get with it. So my mental health has been pretty good. I cannot deny it. My mental health has been good. I haven't had any really low moments, and I attribute that to really not giving a fuck about your feelings. But also this. Okay, let's be serious. All right, so as far as mental health goes, I'm doing really, really well. Still taking my medication. I'll be taking medication forever. It's fine. Haven't had any really low moments, okay? This past November was the 1-year anniversary of my father-in-law's passing. I did okay, all right? And December was the anniversary of my grandmother's passing. It was 2 years since hers. Was it 2 years? Yeah. 3 years, I don't know. I know it's bad that I don't remember it, but yeah, it was the anniversary. Also, my wedding anniversary with my husband, and then it was Christmas. So yeah, that is what was going on. So the end of 2019 is a little bit rough, whatever. But 2020, well, it started off a little rough. It did. You guys know my husband got sick. Right before Christmas Eve, he ended up in the hospital with some pneumonia, found out he has valley fever. So now we are 2 for 2 in his household with valley fever. My daughter has it, as you guys know, and my husband has it. 2 completely different cases of it, though. That's the thing. His in his chest, my daughter is on her skin. So I have now become the valley fever expert in this house, which is fine. The good thing about it is that I've read enough about it over the last year and a half to understand, how it works and, different symptoms to watch out for and, when it should be alarming and everything. So that's the good thing. Now he has a blood clot in his leg. He got it on the way back from Tokyo. My husband can't win for losing, I swear. He's on blood thinners right now. And yesterday, which was the 13th, he got the rest of the fluid sucked out of him. That sounds really gross, but he got the rest of the fluid taken out of his chest, so we're good. But because he has valley fever, it can happen again. And so now we're just watching and waiting. And the thing about a blood clot is that if you have any pain in your chest while you're dealing with the blood clot, you need to get your butt to the ER, because that means it's gone up to your chest and it's very dangerous and you can die. So that is that. So that's what I've been dealing with. And despite all of that, I haven't had a nervous breakdown. I have not had a nervous breakdown. Okay, so we're good. We're good. So my mental health is good. Taking the same amount of medications as far as milligrams go. I have not had to up my depression medication. I thought I was going to have to late last year, but then I kind of got out of my funk that I was in, so I was good. So I'm glad I didn't go that route of getting my medication changed. It was just, I had to get some, I just had to go through the motions and everything. So that was good. I'm glad I did, because I probably would have been over medicated if I would have, tried to get some higher dosage or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, that's what's going on mentally. We'll talk about physically. So you guys know my obsession with working out. So for the last half of November, no, not last half, maybe the last 3/4 of November, all the way until like the beginning of January, I could not drop any weight. I was doing good. I would bounce back and forth because when my menstrual cycle comes, it feels like I gain about 30 pounds. When in reality, it just feels that way. Anybody who gets their period and gets very bloated knows exactly what I'm talking about. You feel like a whale, okay? And so I didn't count that, but for whatever reason, I could not bounce back. I could not bounce back. Like I would okay, on my period, it's okay. I'm working out. I'm watching my calories. I'm counting my calories. I'm looking at what I'm eating. Could not drop any weight. So I figured at the end of December, early January, I thought it was a thyroid problem. And people kept telling me that. People kept telling me, even after. And so I went to the doctor specifically to get my thyroid checked. I went specifically for that. Not for a checkup. I was like, I want to get my thyroid checked. And she said my thyroid felt swollen. Blood work came back good. Ultrasound came back clear. Everything was clear. Everything. But I still had a lot of y'all in my Instagram DMs telling me to get my thyroid checked. I'm just like, y'all already did. So what happened? Too many carbs. My husband was like, you're probably eating too many carbs. I'm just like, you know what? You're right. I'm eating too many carbs. So I started really watching my carbs like the second week of January. And Tokyo couldn't really do it. It was, there was just no way to really watch my carbs in Tokyo. When I first started this low carb journey, okay, I was 154.9. So basically I was 155. Do y'all know a girl stepped on the scale yesterday and she was 149? Low carb was working. So I was 149 before we went to Tokyo. And I was glad. I was so, oh my God, when we got to Tokyo, I got on the scale and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And so going to Tokyo, eating all the junk food, the only thing, like I said in my Tokyo video, we did a ton of walking. So I didn't feel bad eating the junk food. There was one day I had like 14,000 steps. And so when we got back, I was like, in a week, I want to get back to what I was when we first got to Tokyo. And so I was 152 when we got back, and I am 149 before the week is over. And I'm just like, yes. So I'm doing good just watching my carbs. Okay. So I had to, I don't want to say eliminate because I didn't cut anything out completely. I just cut down a lot. Like when it comes to bread. If I eat bread, I have to know that for the next 7 days, I cannot have bread. You may think I'm crazy. You may say, I'd rather be fat. If you'd rather be fat than do what I do, that's absolutely fine because it's my body and not yours. Same with like tortillas for me are even worse than bread because with bread, I buy the Sara Lee 45 calorie per slice. So the whole serving is only 90 calories. The carbs, I'm not so sure, but the carbs are lower because of the calorie intake. And so tortillas, I just try to stay away from them. Unlike today, since today is Valentine's Day, I asked my husband what he wanted. He said stuffed shells, so there will be carbs. But I know that, okay, tomorrow, you're going to work out and you don't have to have pasta for a while. Pasta is one of those things I feel like it sticks to my system. It's like a koala bear, like a baby koala bear sticks to its mother. That's what pasta does to my organs, okay? They just stick there. They just don't disappear until they feel like it. They're like, oh, I'm tired of being on Kristen's organs. I'll just go away. They feel like they've overstayed their welcome and then they leave. So I've really been watching my carbs. I have not increased my workouts at all, just doing the same thing. And because I've really been watching my carbs, I have been doing a lot better. All right. So I'm doing well mentally. I'm doing well physically. I have just been in a really good place. And so I want to touch on this. You guys all know I am a big advocate of mental health, obviously. Like, I don't ever intentionally do anything to affect someone's mental health. I mean, you have to flat out tell me that, hey, So when it comes to that, I always get like a little defensive of people when I think that a person could be struggling or going through a rough time or whatever. It depends on like what they put in their stories, what they put on Twitter, Facebook, all social media platforms that I'm on. I'm just like, let me just message this person and say, hey, hope you're having a great day. And I've done that to several people over the years. And they're always like, oh, well, thanks for checking on me. Just random people, because I'll be going through my timeline, whether it's on Instagram, and they're just like, oh, well, thanks for messaging me. And those things like, are you okay, are words that can really, really help change someone's life, save someone's life, help them feel better, so that type of thing. So, when I feel like someone is being disrespected in a way, and there's a lot of stuff coming at them, the one thing I worry about when it comes to that person is I worry about their mental health. So the first thing I do is I message them and I say, hey, I hope you're okay. I know you're going through a lot. I hope your mental health is okay. And that happened recently. And the person said, thank you so much. It's hard, but I'm going to be okay. And sometimes when you just check in on somebody, you don't have to be close to that person. If you just genuinely care about someone's mental health and you check in on them, that can really, really help them. And so I know that I didn't sit around. I know I did my part. I don't know what y'all are doing, but that's just me. Okay. So that is, that's what happens. And that's how I've always been. Can I be petty? Yes. You see this? Yeah, see. Can I be petty? Yes. Can I run my mouth? Yes, absolutely. I can. And sometimes I talk and don't know when to shut up, and sometimes I may hurt someone's feelings. That's perfectly fine. But when in all seriousness, I don't want to intentionally disrupt someone's mental health. And if you let me know, hey, my mental health is suffering because you said this, then I'll be like, okay, I genuinely apologize about that. But it is what it is. Okay. So yeah, I wanted to come on and let you guys know how I've been doing, how I'm doing. I'm doing well. I have no complaints. I do all of my lifestyle stuff and like updates about things and people going on in my life over at Patreon. It's a little more personal over there. So if you guys want to see how I live without planners and washi, then go on over. Okay. And I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you to those who like me for who I am and don't expect me to be any different, who don't expect me to be rainbows, peaches, and unicorns all day, every single day. I am who I am. So that's how I'm going to get out of here, and I will see you all next time.